I now would like you to meet a Derbyshire bloke who is a teacher by day and a games designer by night. Richard Brown has invented a point-and-click video game all about I can't say the word. I can't. Apocalyptic. That's one word I always struggle with. A post-apocalyptic Peak District. It's called Brownie's Adventures, the Final Resolution. Morning, Richard. I can get your name
Good
right.
morning.
Morning.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of them words, isn't it? It's like trying saying community.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, when you try to say community and you're full of sherry, you can't do it. Right, Richard, just explain what a point-and-click game is, please.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with those back in the big in the 90s, the games like Monkey Island and Simon the Sorcerer and games like that. For me, it were usually pestering my dad to try and get some clues to go to the next point and solving puzzles and sort of going along through the story and sort of getting quite a big grand adventure. So that's what I've been working on, but with a few twists.
Right. So what's your game about then?
Well, this is the third game. So the first two games are sort of set because I'm from near Chesterfield, but I've lived in Sheffield now. Dirty word, I know, on Derby Radio, and so we've decided to put the third one entirely in Derbyshire. So I've been drawing a lot of scenes and stuff that I've been sort of hiking around. We're doing a lot of field recording with my partner in crime, Jono. Trying to bring the peaks into this game, trying to bring the scenes to life, but at the same time creating quite a bizarre sort of comedy story about this character who's plunged himself into a new dimension. It turns out to be in the Peak District up in North Derbyshire, around the sort of Chesterfield area. So that's where we're going with it.
So what made you want to do this one about Derbyshire and the Peak District? Is it somewhere that you visited as a child or visit still?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Well, to be fair, I started doing it because I've got an 8-year-old daughter, and I started playing some of those old classic games with her, a bit like I did with my dad. And she's a big walker. She loves hiking, so we go out usually like once every couple of weeks, and we go out and do a good 7 or 8 mile hike. So taking photos along the way, I've been trying to draw those in, and it's something I wanted to try to bring into. It's not normally a medium where you get a lot of sort of localism, is it? So I thought it'd be really nice and quite bizarre to sort of throw that in there.
How did the first two games go down then?
Not too bad, actually. Quite strangely taken up by people from quite far away. I think sold in about 30 or 40 countries, not in massive quantities. Certainly not enough to quit the day job. It's very much a labour of love, after work, sort of a bit of a hobby. But yeah, there's a lot of people. Someone in Slovenia wrote the entire official guide that must have took them quite a few hours to one of the previous games, which quite tickled me. Scratching your head, wondering what AUP means in Slovenian. But yeah.
Is that in there? Oh, you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's very much. It's a bit like my mate described it as a bit like Monty Python meets South Park, but set in the Midlands. That's how it goes down. It's primarily a comedy, sort of making fun of ourselves as we're so good at doing.
We certainly are. You taught yourself to program computer games, didn't you? Was that difficult? I mean, that's something I couldn't even imagine attempting.
I think it's probably easier than a lot of people think. The sort of game that I make are quite easy to learn. I think I just taught myself from reading a lot of guides and stuff, and it's one of the things like anything else, a bit like learning an instrument. If you're really into it, you'll eventually get good at it, and you just keep going at it, and you solve the problems. And it's fun, isn't it, along the way? You're part of the journey. You're
a parent. You're a teacher. I mean, it must have taken quite some time to create a game. I mean, some of these computer games now, they take years to develop.
Yeah, I mean, the one I'm working on is a bit lower scale than some of these multi-million-dollar budget studio productions. I think my family are quite sick of it, to be honest with you. So I do spend quite a lot of time hunched over in corner at living room, sort of tapping away and then cackling, and then sort of getting back to writing these ridiculous scenarios or going, Mel, stop what you're watching. Look at this, and then giggling and then going back to it. Yeah, so it's fun, isn't it? It's my new hobby. So I've been doing it for about a year and a half now, and yeah, I really enjoy it. So I'm hoping this one's gonna be a bit special.
How could I play it then, or anybody listening now? How do we tell us what? How do we get it?
If you Google Brownie's Adventure: The Final Resolution, it'll probably be the top search because it's on Steam, which is the biggest sort of PC game distributor platform. To be fair, you can play the demo of this one that I'm talking about now for free on there. There's about 2 or 3 hours of playtime on that alone, sort of get you into the gist of it and figure out if it's your cup of tea. But yeah, I've also got a website, richbrown.uk/BRG. I've got a few bits on there. You can also play it on your phone. There's a link on that website where you can actually play it on Android and stuff like that and those kind of devices if you want to have a look what on earth I'm talking about here.
You mentioned you can't give up the day job. Do you ever see a day where you will be able to give up the day job because this is going to make you millions?
I doubt it very much, but I'd love that. I'd probably go down to a few days a week if I could, because I do like my day job. I do enjoy what I do, and to be fair, there's a crossover point because obviously it's a good thing to do with kids, and kids are really into that kind of thing, programming, animating, and composing the music and stuff. So I do get to take a bit of that and bring it back into work, and try and get the kids into that kind of thing. But yeah, it would be nice. I think around and do what they love. We'll see.
I was out with my youngest daughter yesterday. We went for a coffee, had a mosey around a garden centre, and she was telling me her and her boyfriend, she's been to see Minecraft twice. They've made a movie of Minecraft.
Ah, right, yeah, my daughter and my wife went to see it last weekend, I think, yeah. They said they really liked it, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, but she really liked it, but it's not had great reviews around. That one day could be you, Richard Brown.
It might be. It might. Well, let's mark that occasion then, when they're making the movie, and they'll dramatise this interview, and you can be playing that. Tom Cruise can come back down. Tom Cruise can come back down from Stony Middleton, have a curry, and then he can come and talk to you and play you, can't he?
Richard Brown, a Derbyshire man who's invented a point-and-click game about I can't say it. I still can't. Tell me, Glenn. Glenn, tell me. Apocalyptic. Why can't I say that?
Cuddly toy, tea's made.